Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you how to make baklava. Baklava is one of the most popular desserts in the Middle East, and actually now it's famous all around the world. And today I want to share with you how to make it, and I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks to get it right, to get the best baklava. And for the people who don't know what is baklava, baklava is a dessert made out of phyllo pastry and stuffed with nuts. So let's get started. So in order to make a good baklava, you should use the right pastry type. There are two types of phyllo pastry. One of them is the thick type, and I prefer to use it over the thin phyllo pastry because the thick phyllo pastry gives you the best result. Then I'm gonna take the phyllo pastry out of the fridge, and I'm gonna put the phyllo pastry on the counter until it reaches the room temperature. In the meantime, I'm gonna prepare the sugar syrup. So for the sugar syrup, I'm gonna need a cup and half of sugar and and a cup of water, and I'm gonna put that into my saucepan. Then I'm gonna add like a quarter of a cup of glucose syrup. Glucose syrup is the liquid glucose, and yeah, it's very thick and it gives the sugar syrup, or actually the dessert at the end, like a nice shiny look. And then I'm gonna stir that over a medium heat, and then I'm gonna let it reduce and boil. And also don't forget to add some lemon juice to prevent the sugar from crystallizing. Now you can add vanilla at the end to give the sugar syrup like a nice vanilla flavor. And you can also add some saffron if you like saffron, but add the saffron at the beginning so you get a strong flavor. And you can also add some cardamom, but open the cardamom to get the seeds out of it so you get like a stronger cardamom flavor. And then when I reach the thickness that I want, which is I want the sugar syrup to be like a little bit thick, and then I'm gonna add my vanilla and I'm gonna stir that together, and I'm gonna set the sugar syrup aside to cool down while choosing the right type of fat. So to make a good baklava, you should choose the right type of fat. So there are two types that you can use. You can use ghee or you can use butter. The authentic way and the right way is to use ghee, but ghee it's not very affordable in some places and countries. So you can use butter instead because butter is like very affordable and you can find it in any store. Now I'm gonna give you some ideas for nuts that you can stuff your baklava with it. So we can add some walnuts, pecans, cashews, or actually pistachios. For today, I'm gonna use pistachios because it's the traditional thing to use, and I'm gonna grind it a little bit. I like to keep it a little bit chunky. Some people like it to be very like fine, but I like it chunky, as you can see. Now I'm gonna take my phyllo pastry out of the package, and I'm gonna put the tray that I'm gonna use over the phyllo pastry, and I'm gonna cut as far as my tray size. And then I'm gonna keep the sides, don't throw it away, we're gonna need the sides. And then I'm gonna cover the phyllo pastry with a damp kitchen towel to just prevent it from drying out. And then I'm gonna spread a layer of fat of the ghee, and then I'm gonna put a layer of the phyllo pastry that I cut it as far as the tray size, and I'm gonna put six layers of the phyllo pastry that I cut it as far as the tray size. Then I'm gonna add half of the sides that I keep it to give me some height and to make it like a little bit thick at the end. And then I'm gonna add my filling, which is the pistachios, and I'm gonna add like a third of a cup of powdered sugar to it. I'm gonna stir that together, and I'm gonna add all of that in the middle, as you can see, and I'm gonna spread it nice and even, as you can see. Then I'm gonna add the rest of the sides that I keep it from the beginning. Don't forget to put some ghee over the filling before you add the fellow pastry. Then I added the sides that I keep it from the beginning, and I put like a layer of ghee between each layer. And then I'm gonna put 6 layers of the layers that I cut it for the tray size, as you can see. And then I'm gonna grab a knife and I'm gonna cut my baklava in any like shape that you like. There are a lot of shapes that you can cut your baklava according to it. Today I cut it into triangles, as you can see. You can get some ideas for baklava shapes in the internet. And then I'm going to put it into a preheated oven. The temperature of the oven is 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit until it gets nice golden color, as you can see. Then I'm going to pour the sugar syrup over it. If you like it very sweet, you can add more sugar syrup. If you don't like it very sweet, like, don't add a lot of sugar syrup. And then I let it cool down a little bit. Then I garnish it with some pistachios, as you can see. It looks so good, looks so luxurious. It's very tasty actually. Now it's ready to serve. If you like it to be like thicker than this, you can use like a smaller tray to get it like nice and thick. This is the way that you can serve it. Very classic, very delicious. But I prefer to eat it with vanilla ice cream. I think because it tastes heavenly with vanilla ice cream. It tastes so good. You have to try it with vanilla ice cream. It tastes so good. So I just take the upper layer and then I put the ice cream in the middle, and then I put the upper layer back, and then I eat it. It tastes heavenly, you guys. It tastes so good. You have to try it. The last way to eat your baklava is to eat it with some pistachio butter. It tastes so good with it, you guys. If you like, you have to try all the ways because it tastes heavenly. Literally, it tastes heavenly. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you try this recipe, don't forget to take a picture and send it to me in my Instagram. I will leave the link for my Instagram in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and bye.